It's time for another edition of Rob and Greg's Excellent Adventure. What's up, G Hunt?
You know what's up, keeping it sizzling.
Who is your hashtag random athlete of the day?
From the Atlanta Hawks, John Battle.
John Battle, wow.
Yeah.
For me, I just did an article. Today is National Grammar Day. So first thing that went to my mind was Nelly's Country Grammar. And in that video, there's a bevy of jerseys, one of which, who is my hashtag random athlete of the day, Darnay Scott. So, Greg, both you and I have been on some excellent adventures.
That's right.
Most recently, I just got back from my honeymoon in South Africa.
Well, that is quite the epic adventure. I think trip of a lifetime, right, Rob?
Trip of a lifetime. I could not recommend it enough. Cage dive with sharks, safari, hiked up Table Mountain, winery. Absolutely unbelievable. For anybody who has ever considered going to South Africa, I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
I would say you are super smart, too, by getting married in September and being like, let's just wait till February, because literally the coldest week, or coldest 2 weeks, almost on record, I think, while you're gone.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic. It was like 95 degrees in Cape Town. About it.
That was a great play.
We will spare the details of the honeymoon, which was a lot of fun. But we're going to talk about some of the things that are
relevant. Does it still work like that? I mean, like, because you got married in September, was the fireworks still there? Like, you felt like you just got married, though?
4th of July!
Nice.
No, it was absolutely fantastic and so much fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to my lovely wife, Rachel.
What up, Rach?
What up, Rach? But there was a lot of stuff in the world of bacon sports that happened in my 2 weeks in South Africa that I wanted to dish about. And let's start with the airport. And
bunch of always characters.
Always interesting people. And we're flying international, which is not something I do very often at all. And there is a super interesting mix of people there. And I'm starting things off by flagging and tagging the dude who was doing yoga in the terminal while boarding is about to happen in 5 minutes.
Like he's got his mat.
No, as in this dude stands in the middle of the aisle.
Oh, like, he's on the plane?
No, like the middle of the walkway of just everyone sitting in their regular airport seats. This dude just stands in the middle, like if you want to walk up to the gate agent. He's sitting there, full.
Did he have yoga pants on?
No, he did not have yoga pants.
Do guys have yoga pants? Or guys allowed to wear yoga pants?
Well, so yoga pants for guys are like Lululemon sweatpants, which are like tapered.
They're like skinny jeans.
Yeah, they're skinny sweatpants, of which Rachel just bought me 2 pairs of them.
Oh, boy.
They're comfortable, but it's different because there's like a stylish sweatpant.
Yeah. Where
whenever I wear sweatpants, I want something that looks like the Fab Five created it.
Yeah.
Just baggy, you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely flagging that guy. And I'm also flagging on my way back. We had a 7-hour layover in London. Brutal, just in the airport. It wasn't enough time to go and come back.
But on the way there, it was 8 hours, and you did a little lap, didn't you?
There was. We did a lap. That was brutal because we were up for 36 hours straight. Woe is us. But
did you start hallucinating?
It's probably top 5 most tired I've been in my entire life. To the point where like you get sick and you're just like a zombie. But there was a couple in London who brought their own sandwich, and I was like, all right, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
But they also, to complement said sandwich, just had a bag of lettuce that they were eating like Doritos. I'm flagging that. I have no idea what you people in London are doing if you are just bringing a bag of lettuce. And this wasn't just like the head. This was like a well thought out. We do this all the time.
Leaflets,
not a sandwich Ziploc. The next one in between the big freezer.
That one quart.
Yeah, the one that's about the quart or whatever. And yeah,
single slice.
It wasn't even. It was like crisp iceberg, so it wasn't like leaves.
It wasn't like the dark green. It was like almost the whitish kind too.
Yeah, 100%. It was horrible. I am flagging and tagging that because when I eat my Doritos, I don't want them tasting like iceberg lettuce.
If they had a bottle of ranch or they were
now that would be next level awesome. Okay, then maybe I could get behind it. But they were far from bringing ranch into this equation. So that was the airport. Let's talk about flying, which we were in the air for over 20 hours each way, which is a lot. And British Airways, shout out to them. They are balling hard on British Airways. They bring a giant Pan Am style crew there, styling and profiling. But everybody gets their own little movie screen, and the choices of movies were great.
Yeah.
They had like 20 plus movies or whatever. But on my flight there, I saw a brief glimpse of Ben Affleck's dong.
What?
In Gone Girl. They showed some male nudity in Gone Girl.
I saw that. I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, either that or I imagined it.
Yeah.
Also in Let's Be Cops, that movie.
Was it?
Great airplane movie. Kind of funny, whatever. There's a super huge, like 400-pound dude who's going crazy in a convenience store, and he's naked, and what do you see? His butt and his balls just hanging out of there. So I saw that. And then I also believe in Gone Girl saw a boob.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 male nudities, 1 female nudity, but I wasn't expecting any nudities on the airplane.
Was there any cuddling on this 20-hour flight? Like, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I got my girl here. You're like starting to get comfortable. Did you ever get over comfortable? Like,
did you? All right. Flagging Greg for do you ever get overly comfortable in 20 hours worth of flying?
No.
No, not even close.
No.
And tip for all you guys out there who are going to be flying long distances, upgrade the $82 to get the exit row. Absolute lifesaver to get that. At least you can stretch your legs out. But otherwise, no. There is very little comfort. Oh, I'm also flagging airplane food. I know this is nothing new. Everything on British Airways was fantastic. The food was atrocious.
Fun fact, because you're in a pressurized cabin and 30,000 feet in the air, apparently you lose 25% of your taste buds, which is why everyone complains that airplane food sucks.
Well, yeah, it felt like I lost 85% of my taste buds.
So
based on that food.
My last international flight was when I flew to Thailand, and that was I flew from Chicago to Shanghai, which was 16 hours straight. However, I was going over there for a job interview, and they hooked it up last minute with business class.
Oh, you have a sleeper?
Oh, I was lounging in there, and I was grubbing sushi, like filet mignon, all you can drink, and it was like, you know, you just never want to travel any differently. However, on the way back,
you're a regular.
Korean Air. I tried to do what we did at coming back from Tap the Future, which was, I'm just going to wait until everyone gets on the plane, and then I'm going to sit down in first class. In Korean Air, they ball out really hard. They're like one of the top luxurious airlines ever in terms of like business and first class. Coach, they can care less. But this thing, I mean, they had basically a couch. I sit down. We get in the air. I'm like in the air. I'm eating warm nuts, and I got a drink. And then right after takeoff, they're like, this ain't you.
Like, wait.
And there was like
34.
What? I was like, this ain't 46F. They're like, hell no. And there was like 10 empty seats up there in first class. I'm like, oh, please. But no, they made me go in the back. And like, after getting a little bit of the taste, especially on the way there, and then getting the taste of that, and then having to go sit in the back, there's nothing worse than that. So it's like you almost wish you never even touched it.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
So, after being on airplanes for a long amount of time, the next thing of note was we went and rode elephants in Hazy View, South Africa.
That was like one of the first activities you guys did?
No, we did Cape Town for a couple of days, but nothing of note.
The first extreme thing you did?
No, the first extreme thing that we did was cage dive with sharks, great whites. Shout out to our friends at Marine Dynamics. It was unbelievable. Check it out on the Bacon Sports YouTube page, // Bacon Sports. The shark hit the cage, and when I slow-moed it, it was like this far away from my hand.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Absolutely unbelievable. But while waiting to do this Element experience, I noticed this like camera crew and this group of people wearing shirts that say, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." And I don't watch that show, but I know of it. It's like when you're gasping for your last breath of air as a celebrity, you're on this show.
I think it was like here they had like John Sally and Rob Blagojevich, or his wife was on this show.
Heidi and Spencer.
Yeah.
And just times be tough. So I'm looking and they've got like hashtag Team Maureen or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't notice any of the people. I'm like, man, I don't know who these people are or whatever. So I made it a point all throughout the honeymoon to make sure to tell everybody we were on our honeymoon.
We're on our honeymoon.
Because everybody treats you way better. Instead of just being a regular person sitting there, oh, you're on a honeymoon? Congratulations. Completely changes the situation. So they're all sitting there and don't recognize anyone, and we start having small talk, and the atmosphere is a little bit weird because they're very closed-lipped. I tried to talk to the producer guy. I was like, hey, what are you guys doing here? He's like, I can't really tell you. One of those things. You're like, all right, super lame. So then, finally, one of the girls is like, hey, I've got to tell you something. That's Marsha Brady. One of the girls, and lo and behold, Maureen McCormick. Marsha was one of the girls that was there. And she must be, I don't know to get this wrong, in her 50s plus.
50s plus, easy.
Shout out to her. She was super nice. When we told everybody that we were from Chicago, she's like, oh my God, I'm from the States. I'm from LA.
Get me out of here.
Well, that's the next thing. So we asked them, how's it going? And all of these people would love to flag and tag their experience because they talked to us for maybe 2 minutes about it, and they hated it.
Yeah.
This, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. They wanted to be, get the hell out of there.
What they think it was going to be Club Med?
Well, yeah, so
get me out of here for a
this
reason.
is like this elephant thing, and imagine just like a couple football field size of jungle in there, and we weren't privy to much of what was going on, but all I saw in the distance was them running around in this heat with pants and a shirt on. Yeah, so that was obviously interesting. I wish I could have gotten a little bit more out of them. So now for the important things: bacon, sports, and beer. Where did that stuff enter my life?
Yeah.
1, I was completely off the grid for 2 weeks for probably the first time in my entire life. No phone, no TV, no computer, no sports, no nothing. And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And February is the worst sports month of the year, on top of it being freezing cold. Worked out absolutely perfect. So let's start with the bacon. Bacon was available almost every single day, everywhere that we went, especially during breakfast. However,
was it different?
The bacon was different. It was a cross between our bacon and Canadian bacon. Wasn't regular.
Wasn't crispy either, was it?
No, I wasn't 100 about it. I did eat it on principle. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But that's where that was. So at least South Africa's got bacon, but it wasn't what I was used to.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B-. Sports. I did not see a single jersey anywhere.
That's insane.
We had a 2-hour drive from the airport to the safari place we were at, and we went through some pretty poor areas. And that's where you're expecting to see some like San Antonio Spurs champion shirts from when they lost to Miami, or Seahawks championship shirts from this year. None of that. No. Not even like a random Antoine Walker Celtics jersey. I brought with me a Mitch Richmond Team USA jersey, because you have to think, all right, the situation I'm in, no one's going to understand a Dana Barros Celtics or a Ed O'Bannon Nets jersey. But Dream Team type stuff, maybe a little bit more.
Not so much.
That was it.
No one said anything about you.
No, nothing. I did hear a rumor that I don't even know if it was true, that Alex Rodriguez hit 6 home runs and 72 at-bats in spring training.
What?
Yeah, well, remember.
That was the rumor.
That was a rumor. I was completely off the grid. There was some Americans in the safari. Shout out to Arethusa, my boy Ryan, my boy DeBeer. You guys did an awesome job. There's a few people from New York there, and somehow that came out. I don't know if it's true or not, but somewhere inside of me I was like, huh, look at A-Rod, the ultimate heel. this is an opportunity. Imagine if A-Rod all of a sudden hits 40 home runs this year, where he's just like, oh, I'm embracing this and I'm just crushing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to come back. I'm going to juice harder than ever.
Right.
Because no one's expecting me to do it. And then, fuck it, get caught anyways and still be like, whatever, hit 40 home runs and just walk out and be like, well, I'm not getting elected to the Hall of Fame, so I'm juicing.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to dating like crazy porn stars or Madonna or whatever.
That would be fantastic. I'm actually going to be working on an article about creating the ultimate Alex Rodriguez heel robot. So if A-Rod really embraced the heel nature where he's like, I'm going to be the ultimate bad guy, let's take some elements from like the sensei from Cobra Kai with Ric Flair's thumb to the eye and just put together this A-Rod robot of hate where it'll be pretty fantastic. Next, Ryan, the ranger for our safaris, grew up in South Africa and lived his whole life there. And I asked him about Pistorius, the dude with no leg.
Pistorius.
Whatever his name is. Yeah. The Olympic guy who killed his model girlfriend wife. Well, guess what? That was not the first person he murdered. Apparently, he's got something else under his belt. I don't remember the details, but it's like...
Yeah, like a gun in a nightclub?
No, it was something involved partying, whether it's a boat or a nightclub or something. Somebody ended up dead around him. So, Ryan, went to his rival high school and said that this dude is the type of dude that you want to punch in the face immediately.
Every time you see him.
So he is like a grade A douche, and that has gone through his entire life. So it was nice to hear first-hand experience of that. Lastly, on a drive back from the wineries that we were going to, I asked our driver about the rules of cricket. The World Cup of Cricket is going on right now. I understand it. It's super simple. Sounds way better than baseball. And I am planting my flag. I am pro-cricket. I'm about it.
So you would watch cricket now over baseball?
Not over. Well, I wouldn't watch it over. This isn't Bill Simmons' $1 Million Arm movie. I am looking forward to the Buccos this season. But you and I just tried to look up, can we watch cricket right now on DirecTV?
Not really.
I've got virtually every sports package. We couldn't find it. We did, however, find a section of interesting adult-themed movies.
Pornos.
Which, the titles, we may do something about this one day. It was Big Boobs 3.
Yep.
Some of these titles, that's actually someone's job, which is, I think, what we found the most pleasure with. They were just the dirtier. It was times to be tough. We don't need to go into that. All right. Lastly, the beer we drank. I drank Castle. It was the very first beer I drank there. And I'd say it's like a Budweiser or something. It was a light beer. I also had one called Jack Black, which was pretty good. But for me, it was all day, every day Castles. Just sitting there.
No liquor.
No liquor. A lot of wine. I'm not really a wine guy. I just drink.
They don't have their own liquor over there though. That's unique.
Not that I know, but I didn't plant my flag in that one. All right, I am proud to say that I ate chicken wings twice. Once at the resort and once at Hooters. We had a 6-hour layover in Johannesburg before our flight, which is awful to wait that long. And there's a casino attached to the airport, but you had to take a bus around the airport. It was super simple.
Did you go to the casino?
We did not go to the casino. Once again, we're absolutely exhausted, been traveling, all this stuff. And there's a Hooters, and I don't like Hooters to begin with. I'm a wing snob.
Love Hooters.
Greg, on the other hand, loves him some Hooters.
Their wings are also good.
So our ranger, Ryan, said that he's a huge fan of the Hooters in Johannesburg because they don't have boneless chicken wings anywhere in South Africa except for there.
Flagging him.
Well, he loves it. It's it would be a 2-hour drive for him to get them. So when I see that Hooters is there, I'm like, on principle, I got to go there. Plus, I know that you like it. I'm like, how bad can these boneless wings be? My expectation going into this.
Well, you didn't say you got boneless.
Well, he said boneless. He's like,
we already talked about that. You can't
I
have boneless wings.
I know, but I was trying to
get.
I was trying to make this story go full circle, and he's like, they got the best boneless wings. I was like,
and this dude drives 2 hours to get these.
Yes, I'm tired, not really hungry. My expectation going into this is a level 4. If Hooters delivers a 4 out of 10,
they win.
They win. And what does their boneless wings deliver? A 2.
A
2. They were horrible. I'm flagging them.
You usually grade your wings with letter grades. So what was it? F? Straight up F?
Yes. Straight up F, usually A through F. Absolute F. And
did you eat all of them?
No, we did not. We did not eat all of them. And the best way I can describe them is if you got a bad batch of microwaved ones. They were bad microwaved.
Just mushy.
Just awful. So that was South Africa in a nutshell. Had an absolute blast. But let's get to your latest adventure, Greg. You were just at the Bulls game last night. Wiz versus the Bulls. Bulls a little bit shorthanded, but there was penalty flags a-flying all game.
There was penalty flags a-flying. You are right, Rob.
All right, who's first?
Well, right when I get in there, go into our seats, and basically there's a whole row, except this dude at the end who is just crushing an ice cream cone. I mean, it was a big old waffle cone, and this dude is just enjoying himself. By himself, eating an ice cream cone. Then, I kid you not, 2 minutes later, 3 dudes come up behind us. 2 of them got ice cream cones. And after the game, or like halftime, I'm walking around and I see guys eating ice cream cones. I'm like, this is unheard of. Like,
and for the audience, what is the current temperature in Chicago right now?
It is like 15 degrees.
15 degrees.
Eating ice cream cones.
And there's no special. No, we hit 100 points the game before.
No.
Ice cream's half off.
It wasn't ice cream night. No.
And were there ladies present?
Not a single one of these dudes that I saw had a lady with them, which that is all you just get.
Flagging that.
And I did have a flag on me, but I already felt like it was punishment enough that this dude was just rocking it.
And I'm flagging Greg for not tagging his flagging for all of you out there, the ones with the penalty flags. We also need you to take a picture and send it to us of this offense because guess what, Greg? We can't show everybody a picture of one of these dudes eating a waffle cone, all licking that stuff.
We can have you reenact it, though. So, yeah, it brought the discussion of when is it okay for you to, like, enjoy an ice cream cone?
All right.
Casually.
Would it have been different if they had gotten Blizzard's ice cream in a cup? Because I'm very pro-Blizzard.
100%. But this is the cone. It's the whole... And same thing with, like, suckers. Is it okay to just be
suckers?
Like... If I, like, come up in here, I'm like...
If you come up here with a sucker, I assume you're on ecstasy. All right, Greg, it is Wednesday at 1:45. What are you doing on drugs with a sucker?
Dipping my sucker in my fun dip.
Would you have flagged the guys had there been one female present? And does she need to be eating the ice cream?
So then I think it's kind of sensual. Or you're like sharing an ice cream.
Then he's using that for game.
Oh, that is game. And so then it's like totally changes. Because you get it, like, you go to the bathroom, your girl, like, isn't expecting you to come back with anything, but you come back with a double scoop. And no, it's the yogurt. It's the frozen yogurt, too. It's like the good stuff.
You're thinking about her. I get the yogurt.
Yeah. You're like, and then he's like, here you go. And it's like your first date. That's the first date move.
Put a little bit on her nose. I'll get that off for you.
Oh yeah, I think it would be. I mean, it's a great play. So the difference between the differences are just huge, right? Between a guy eating ice cream by himself and then with a girl, it's totally pimp with a girl.
And I guess it can probably be summed up in how those nights are probably going to end. Guy by himself eating ice cream, guy with girl eating ice cream.
Yeah.
All right. So you passed on the ice cream, but there was something you could not pass on. And what was that?
That was the $17 bucket of nachos.
You heard that correct. $17 for a thing of nachos.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of us who go grocery shopping, we know that a bag of Tostitos scoops, even multigrain, is no more than $4.
I know. But it didn't have all the loaded cheese, all the chili, the sour cream, the jalapenos. This was loaded, my friend.
So, how appropriated was it? Because one of the downfalls of stadium-style nachos, not the one where you get the one tray,
Correct.
is how is it going to be distributed? Because half the time, you only get about a third of your bites with anything of substance.
Correct. So, to prevent that, you're like, all right, I'm going to need you to layer that sucker. So you give them directions about it, making like, come on now, don't get cheap on me. Want some of the red, some of the green. And got her to layer it, which, you know, seems like a good idea if I'm paying $17. But then, you know, you eat your first 10 nachos, you're like, all right, is this going to be all right? And then you just, all of a sudden, you know, a half hour later, you're just looking at this bucket of mess, and you're like, what did I just do to myself?
Oh, so if we're going to compare dude eating ice cream by himself versus dude who buys $17 nachos with a girl, now you've just kryptonited yourself.
Yes.
And possibly her. Think things are going good. You're like, we're both hungry. We didn't eat before this. Gonna get them nachos. Next thing you know, quick night.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much. So, what percentage of the nachos did you finish?
81%.
So, despite feeling bad,
you just felt like you had to keep going.
It's one of those things.
You're like, $17. I can still eat a little more.
So, the amount that it cost definitely came into play.
Yes.
So, if you had purchased those for $3, like we have a $3 nacho bucket special, you'd have been done in like 10 minutes. But because it was $15,
there was the sunk cost never entered my head. I was like, you know, just toss it or you don't want it.
As you're eating, are you counting the dollars going down? You're like, all right, that's $3 worth.
I'm like, well, you know, when I got to 81%, I'm like, all right, well, there's only like, you know, $3.50 left. I was like, I'm gonna go with that. I can toss that.
All right. Well, the Chicago Bulls actually got a victory, which was nice to see, considering Jimmy Butler's down, Derrick Rose is down, Taj Gibson is down.
Yeah.
The Wizards are fighting for probably the same playoff spot that the Bulls are, but the Wiz have been hurting Hank. The Wiz are one of your teams.
They're one of my teams in our pick 3, and they've lost 7 of 8, probably like 15 of 20, and they're just tanking. I have no idea. You know, Bradley Beal's out, so that's probably one of the reasons. But yeah, man. The one thing that was a good flag was old boy at the end of the game who fell asleep on defense.
Otto Porter. We do not have enough flags to drop. He's like, what?
Oh.
He must have been watching that DeMarcus Cousins video a little bit too much. He's like, nah, man, you just go and dunk that.
Yeah. So Bulls got a good win last night, which I believe they're still second or third in the NBA or in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Toronto's no juggernaut up there. Kyle Lowry's been out a few games with rest. This whole rest thing is getting ridiculous. Jalen and Jacoby talk about this all the time on their podcast. He's like, what's up with these above average to mediocre teams all of a sudden being like, we're going to give John Salmons a rest today.
Yeah.
Just like, well, hello? No.
Yeah.
Stupid. But a shining light in the Bulls' victory, and recently won, Tony Snell. Dude is balling hard.
Straight out of New Mexico State.
Something that I think all Bulls fans are very happy to see. He's taken a big leap, at least for the last, let's call it 2 weeks or so. Not a leap as much as Jimmy Butler has, but if you consider Tony Snell's got some 20-point games under his belt now, where previously it's like, is he going to get in the rotation? Just played 40 minutes. And then I'm also super interested, Mirotic.
Nikola.
Man, yeah, I absolutely love that guy. He's like,
all about a guy that has the power beard.
Well, exactly. So we're very pro beard here, of course, and I'm on a mission to grow the largest beard of my life. I don't know when that's going to start.
So you're going to rock this into summer, possibly?
I don't know. That's what we're going to have to figure. I'm going to have to figure that out. What's going to go, because I'm very seasonal with my looks.
I'm totally seasonal with mine. This thing goes up when it hits 32 degrees and comes off when it hits 60.
Yeah, so I could be dropping this down to like a 2, But for now, but then we're going to get to the point where it's like, all right, I got like, I don't even know when I started doing this. Let's say December.
You got to shave the head, though, if you keep the thick beard.
Shave the head?
Yeah, bro. Go Ricky Rose on.
Ricky Rose. Oh, every day I'm hustling.
Yeah. You got to go, or at least like shave the sides or something. Do something sweet, man.
Well, do something sweet.
Do something sweet.
There's no doubt that growing this beard is also to make things memorable. You and I often get asked if we are twins or brothers, and this is just another thing to help remember us.
We always say, what we've been saying lately is, same dad, different moms.
Dad be doing his thing.
Dad got around by LL.
All right, Greg, it's time for one of our regular segments called Stump the Rob, where you ask me some sports trivia questions. I have no idea what they are.
Okay.
See how I do.
Should be doing all right on this one, Rob. We got, so LeBron just passed your boy Ray Allen for 21st all-time NBA scoring list, right? So, can you name all the active players that are ahead of him? There is 5.
Ahead of LeBron James?
And there are 6 total in the league that are in the top 25. And there's 5 ahead of them.
So active, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I don't know if Steve Nash, is he one? I'm going to say no for Steve Nash. I don't believe that. He doesn't score enough. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce. There's 3. Let's see who else has been. Dwayne Wade.
Nope.
Ooh, no D Wade. Who else?
So you got.
I don't think this is correct, but I know his numbers are better than you think. Zebo would be one of the guys I would guess. I remember them saying he has like fringe Hall of Fame numbers. It's really weird. Clearly that's not correct.
No.
Flagging me for my Zebo. All right, so I've got 2 more left. I'm sure they've got to be pretty obvious if they're top 20 players.
Who you said?
Pierce, Kobe, Duncan. Oh, Kevin Garnett. And we're not including Ray Allen in this list.
He's not active.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Other than Ray Allen, let's see here. Who's the 5th one? Which sucks that I can just go through all the teams, but that's
and this lame. Dude is 7th all time that you're missing.
7th all time. So this dude is Super baller. He's got to be on a good team if he's still playing. We have to give myself a time limit of like 30 seconds on this.
Can you name the top 3?
All-time scoring?
And who's number 1?
Wilt Chamberlain, Karl Malone.
No.
All-time scoring?
All-time scoring.
Oh, Kareem.
Points. Yep.
Kareem, then Karl Malone.
Yep.
Then Michael Jordan.
Nope.
Wilt Chamberlain?
Kobe.
Kobe's 3rd?
Kobe's 3rd.
Duh, did I just forget Kobe?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
And then Jordan. Jordan's 4th. The 5th one you missed was Dirk.
Oh, I love
Dirk
me some
McGurk,
Dirk,
man.
I love me some Dirk.
Yeah, and then the other only active player on this list of the top 25 all time is my man, Vince Carter from the baseline.
Wow, that was good. I did not do very well.
Would you say he was borderline Hall of Famer? Don't think so, Rob. He's in the top 25 all time.
We discussed his Hall of Fame credentials, and I think we came to the conclusion
he's in.
He is in. Though, I don't think that we saw the best that Vince Carter's career, if you were to play it out 20 times.
Air Canada?
No, Vince Carter was amazing. I think he could have been better than he actually was because of nagging injuries. He was never on teams that were really that good. No doubt he was awesome, but I think that
he's 25 and Sir Charles is 24.
Quick fact: Antoine Jameson and Vince Carter were traded for each other on draft day.
That's right.
And actually,
everyone had Jameson hyped.
I don't think that's it. Well, it's not a bad trade. Obviously, if you look back at it now, Vince Carter's career will end up better.
Jameson started on the Wizards or the.
Jameson's been all over the place, all over the place. But he's had a very good career, and you would probably have to measure it in their peaks. Vince was better, but Antoine Jameson was extremely consistent. Cool. That all you got for something, Rob?
That's it.
All right. So we have 3 minutes left. Let's get a would you rather real quick.
Okay, so would you rather be an all-star at a lesser-known sport like swimming or volleyball or something like that, or be a Brian Scalabrine type player, average NFL, MLB?
No, that's not even a question.
You
in the league?
Yeah.
You in the league?
Yeah.
You in the league.
Or you could be like...
No, I thought you were going to say something like you're the manager of the Midwest Regional for football.
You could be like Ted Ligety.
No, what? Okay, the only thing we're
You could
saying...
be like Ted Ligety.
Could I...
Or Bodie Miller.
Okay, so you're saying
Or
Bodie Miller,
you're Brian
Karch Karai...
Yeah, Karch Karai.
What about Tony Hawk? Or Rob Dyrdek? Is that too good?
Well, now they're kind of more mainstream, but no, I would say no. Or
I'd
Brian
still be
Scalabrine.
Brian Scalabrine. Who you doing? I still want to
you're
be
like
in the league.
you're like the best of the best.
No way, man. You can, because he's gonna be able to dovetail that with some coaching stuff too.
Yeah, and you could be like you'd have an average long career.
I'd be about that. What do you choose?
I'd be totally fine with being a backup quarterback for the rest of my life.
That's all the time we have on this edition of Rob and Greg's Excellent Adventure. Make sure to check him out on Twitter at
Bacon Sports Greg.
Check me out on Twitter at Rob Cressy. Yeah.
Hit us up on Instagram, wherever. Make sure if you see someone doing something stupid, flag them and do something sweet.
Do something sweet.